Hello beautiful people, I welcome you back to my channel. So in this video we'll be talking about what nobody tells you about marriage. Yes, I know there are lots of information out there as far as marriage is concerned, but I always tell you that it is the things that you don't know how to do that is very difficult. For instance, if they put you in front of a steering wheel to drive, when you don't know how to drive, it is going to be very difficult for you. That is why I always encourage you to always learn. My dear, learn about marriage, learn about relationships. Study to show thyself approved. And so if you are here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click on the notification button, because on this channel we are always learning about love, dating, marriage and relationships. So as I said, we are going to talk about what nobody tells you about marriage. If you are interested, then you definitely have to stick around. So the first thing that I would want to be talking about is that getting a successful marriage doesn't come automatically, my dear. You need to work at it. The fact that I love you, you love me, the fact that you love each other and then you decided to get married doesn't mean that everything is going to be rosy. As much as you are coming from different backgrounds, as much as you are going to marry a man or you are going to marry a woman, you need to work at it. You have to learn each other. You know, as we are growing, we change a little bit. And so you have to learn each other, learn how the person is evolving. You are changing, you are evolving as a person. I've been married for almost 10 years. And just last week, my husband said something that I was shocked. I was like, this is the man I married almost 10 years ago. Is this the man that I've stayed with for more than 9 years? He said something that I was shocked. He has never said that. And it drew my attention to the fact that as we are growing, we are evolving. And so I still have to learn him. He still has to learn me. We have to find ways of relating and nurturing each other in the process, my dear. Marriage is just like losing weight. When you want to lose weight, you check your weight and then you have a target of the weight that you want to get. Now, if you exercise, you be on diet, whatever you do and you get that weight, you realize that the weight that you've gotten, you can't stop whatever you are doing that got you the weight. It becomes a lifestyle, because when you stop, your weight will start going up. And so whatever that you were doing before you got married, whatever that you did during the honeymoon stage, my dear, you have to continue doing that. And you have to continue learning. You have to continue studying each other. And you have to continue working on your marriage, because I'm sorry, but having a successful marriage doesn't come automatically. The next thing I want to tell you is that you won't always be attracted to your partner. Yes, that doesn't mean that you didn't marry the right person. No, we are human beings. We have our weaknesses, and then he or she is going to offend you. Sometimes you go to bed mad and wake up mad. Yes, I know that the Bible has said we shouldn't let the sun set on our anger, but as human as we are, sometimes your partner will do something and you look at him or her, you are like seriously, did you just do this to me? Did you just say this to me? And then at that point, you won't be attracted to him. There are times that you even have to go days, weeks, months without having sex. Not because you don't love him, but it's purely normal. Just that when some of these things happen, you always have to make sure that you are fondling, you are touching each other, you are kissing. The fact that you are not having sex doesn't mean that you should stay apart. No. So just know that sometimes you will not be attracted to your partner. The next thing is that, my dear, being in love doesn't last forever. Don't say that loving someone doesn't last forever. I mean, being in love doesn't last forever. You know, this romantic feeling you are having now, this euphoric feeling you are having now, that when he's not there emotionally, you are not okay, you can't sleep. When he's coming, you have goosebumps and other things. I mean, the butterfly side of love, my dear. That is not going to last forever in the marriage. At most 2 years, you see that feeling is fading away. That is where you come to the decisional kind of love, where you decide that this is the person I decided to stay with. This is the person I said I do to. I said I do to his strengths, to his weakness, to his properties, to his assets, to his liabilities. And so whatever being the case, as much as it is not a threat to my life, I will be with a person. That is the decisional kind of love. So that romantic feeling you are having now, my dear, I'm not scaring you, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling you what nobody will tell you. It won't always be there. It won't always be there. The next thing is that, my dear, great marriage doesn't mean no conflict. It just means that couples try to get it right. You try to get along. As much as I am coming from different background, you are coming from different background. As much as I am a woman and you are a man, as much as we have different upbringing and different training, it means that There are moments where we have to disagree to agree. Argument is a natural part of relationship, but just take note that when you are angry, when you don't agree on something, when conflicts come, be very careful of what you say and what you don't say. Be very careful of what you do and what you don't do. Don't let the anger get the best part of you, where you say things that later you would regret. I think I have to do a video about things that you are not supposed to say about your spouse. That is the next video I'm going to do. So if you are interested, then please subscribe, and then when you click on the notification button, when I do the video, you will get it. Things that you don't have to say to your partner. There are things that you don't say when you are angry. Conflict is natural, it will come, but communication is the key. Communication is the main key of solving conflict. Other than assumption, I'll always go in for communication other than assumption. Whatever it is, communicate. We are human beings. There's a saying in my language that whatever it is, so when the conflict comes, please sit down, communicate, attack the issue, don't attack the person. Remember that. The next thing is that, my dear, in marriage, you realize that you can only change yourself. I always tell my dear ones who are yet to marry that when there is anything about the person that you are not comfortable with, please don't say, when I marry him, he will change, or I will change him, or I will pray for God to change him. No. Even you as a person, when you want to change yourself, look at the stress you go through. When you have a habit and you decide to change, it is not easy. But in marriage, you realize that most of the time, the only person you can change is yourself. Sometimes you have to change your perception. Sometimes you have to change how you see things. Sometimes you have to change how you react to some issue. You can change yourself. It always starts with you. So if you want to have a successful marriage, if you want to have a peaceful marriage, sometimes just sit down, be real to yourself, be honest to yourself. Ask yourself, are there things that I have to change about me? Is it that I am looking at it from the wrong point of view? What can I do to make this marriage successful? Start with yourself and let's see if your spouse will play along. Another thing is that, my dear, life with young children is stressful. Yes, you know, when you marry and you have only you are able to get time for yourself, you're able to spend time together, you're able to do. But when those little ones come, and then it's also necessary, about 90% of people who are married wish that they have children. And so when they come, my dear, if you are the type who wakes up at 7 a.m. or 8, I'm sorry. If you are the type who say, oh, me, when I sleep, they don't disturb me, I'm sorry. If you are the type, sometimes I want to lock myself in my room and relax, I'm sorry. Life with little children is stressful. And if you are not careful, you will give all your attention to your children. And by the time you realize, you would have ignored your spouse. One thing you have to take note is that these children are also just passing by. I remember the last time I was traveling with my family, and then my kids and myself and my husband, we were just having fun. We were listening to music, dancing, and all of a sudden the car became quiet. I looked back and all of them had slept. And my husband was like, okay, you see how children have just left us. That is how in future they are going to leave us. And so, yes, life with little children are stressful, but even as the children are there, also find ways of a means to bond with your partner, with your spouse, because, my dear, I am telling you, moments will come that you see those little ones who are running in your house, they will not be there forever. So these are a few things that I think nobody tells you about marriage. I just wanted to draw your attention to. If you are in, pay attention to this. If you are now going in, you are lucky. You've already had the information beforehand. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Eke Nyami, and this is my YouTube channel. I'll see you in my next video. Nyame nka ho.